Okay, hi everyone. We're going to do a bit of more silliness today, and we're going to look at what we can do with tea lights. So this one, I have just concertinaed some paper, cut round with fancy scissors, and simply place that onto a disc. You need to always put a hole in the back so that you can get to the switch. Okay, so that's one. This idea was a large flower punch, and I've cut it 3 times. And the first one, I've curled the petals. If I can pull that back a bit, I've curled the petals and put the petals up and stuck them to a little circle of double-sided tape. So it's quite good for children to join in. And then I've simply stuck on 2 circles of the petals, so that makes a little flower. Okay, right, we're going to look at more detail at how to make it a penguin. Okay, so there's our little penguin, how to make it a snowman, and how to make the Christmas trees. Okay, so let's have a look first how we make the penguin. That is simply drawing around with the pen. So if we take circle, which is your tea light, okay, that's your tea light. We need to mark down from the top a straight line, just part way down, and a smaller line from either side. So from the bottom of this line, you're going to take your pen up until you get to this piece here, and you're going to do a little point in. So out you go, little point in, and then this you're going to take, and so we've basically done a circle all the way round our tea light. It's easier for me to show you this larger, and then we'll do it on the actual tea light. Okay, so there we're left, and then we can simply add eyes and a little mouth, and your nose will be the piece in the middle. Okay, so let's have a look at transferring that to here. Now this piece here, right, I tend to like to put in the top, so that's where I put my straight line. Then I'm going to put a little line on that side, a little line on that side. So I'm going to take my pen, if you use a permanent marker, and go round to your mark there and fill it in. If you want to, you can fill the sides in as well. And from here, I'm going out and down to my little mark. Then the bottom part here is simply a little circle going round. Quite forgiving how you do it. This one I'm going to do with a pen, do the eyes, in case you haven't got wobbly eyes, because this one I've put little wobbly eyes on it. So I'm just going to make that cheek piece there a little bit more emphasized. There we've got one black eye, another black eye. Now I don't want to do a big thick mouth, so I'm going to change that. So that's grey. one's got a little wry smile. So you can make the expressions exactly what you want. So let's turn this one on. There we go. So now we've got two little penguins. So place those on. You can put little hangers on the back if you want to hang them on your Christmas tree. Now let's have a look. We're going to make another one, which is the snowman. Now, after yesterday's Kumihimo tutorial, I've gone on and plaited some more wool. So I put a clip on so that nothing unravels, and I'm going to take my thread now and just wind round so that I can cut a small portion. If I show you how to measure in a minute. Let's tie that off quite tightly, and then it's safe for me to cut. Before I commit to cutting, I'm just going to test this. I want it to go from ear to ear. Now that's a little bit long, so I'm going to slide that back there and then cut off there. Now I'm going to keep this down as the mouth at this point. So if I mark one side where I want the ear, and then the other side to about there. So I'm going to use hot glue, but you can use double-sided tape, and especially if you're using this with children, it's much better to use the tape. So finish that off down to there. There, so this is starting his ear muffs. So it's there. Right, we're going to have a quick look at small pom-poms. Now I've made pom-poms here for the ear muffs on there. Okay, so if we take a look here, you can buy bags of little pom-poms, but you can wind round a few of your fingers. I tend to do about 20 pieces round, and if you take them off, fold it in half, and then I wind round a few times, and then I can tie these into a tight knot. I use a lot of waxed cord. This is button thread, and it tends to hold it tight when you've tied it. But as long as you can pull, you can use anything. Good. Don't worry about the ends. And come in with your scissors. Have a pair of sharp scissors. It's better. And we're just going to cut off both sides about the same amount. Threads you've used to tie will get cut off. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Now you can fluff it up and start to shape your pom-pom. So keep turning it and make it whatever size you want. So there is our gorgeous little pom-pom. And of course you can use scraps of wool that you have at home. So pop that out to one side. I'm now going to take my hot glue again and take my pom-pom and press it flat onto the side of the snowman. Oops, that's drying. I'll take my other one and throw it on the floor. And press that one. You can use wet glue if you're working with the children. But there we have the snowman with his little earmuffs. Okay, that's that one. Right, I've got some little wobbly eyes here. And I'm going to put these on with the wet glue. One, two. That's it. And I'm going to just give him a little mouth. Make them comical. So there we go. We can add all sorts of features to him, her. So we can add, make sure it's a permanent mark or it won't stay on the, that's better. So you can have a play around, make all sorts of characters. Now let's have a look at the Christmas trees for a more adult activity, if you like. And we're going to have a look at this. I've got some parchment paper which I can just about see through. You can use any sort of parchment or even a light paper. It's just so that the light comes through a little bit. Now I've taken a plate and I've drawn round a plate from my kitchen. Okay, and I've folded it in half and used two quarters there. So this is the half I'm left with. So I'm going to fold it in half again so that I have a quarter piece. So obviously from one piece you're making 4 little Christmas trees. So I like to take my paper. This is quite thick, so I like to roll it. Just get it used to the fact of it's going round in a cone shape. And I take off a little bit at the top. It just helps it go round and go fit nicely when we glue it. I'm going to prepare it now with double-sided tape. I'm using a thick one, so the thick red liner tape, which is extra strong. So that's ready. There we go. And I'm just going to take my scissors, make sure that that is firmly fixed down that side. Now we want to have a look at the decoration. Now you can use punches, whatever you like. I've got a little punch here. It's actually for doing punch cards on a knitting machine, but we've got another pair here that is a plier punch. You can use anything you like. So I'm just going to randomly punch some holes. There we go. So that's that one. I've got some jewels on a strip here. So I can take those and I'm just going to do a few rounds. Keep away from the glue strip that you've put down. So this one I've gone in spiral. This one I'm going round in circles. And I'm going to do one right round the bottom. So I'm just going to snip that because these are all joined together. There, so these are going round in circles. Okay. Now, if I was to put that on that, it would come right the way down to the bottom of my tea light. And what I want to do is give the impression that there is a tub that the Christmas tree is standing in. So we need to do some sort of base to it. So if I take the base of the tea light and go round. Now I'm going to add about 1/2 centimetre, 1/4 of an inch all round that mark when I cut it out. So I want it to be hanging over the edge of what will be my pot. So use any scrap, card, paper. Okay, the next thing we need to do is a little hole that will go over the flame. Okay, so if I take rubber, I can place that onto there and I can safely poke a little hole in the middle. And I can take my scissors and just cut little slits all the way around. Now, when I place that on, you can see it's a nice tight fit over the flame. So I'm going to take that off now. And just going to tidy up a few little ragged bits. That's better. Right, so that goes right down. Now I'm going to take, first of all, put my tree together. Okay. Roll it round, do the bottom of your tree first, and then work your way up to the top. And I find it's helpful to get your scissors, put your scissors up there, and you've got something then to press against to finish doing that fiddly top bit. There we go. So you can't quite get your fingers up to the top. Right, there's our Christmas tree. That's going to fit onto there, and I can see it's not going to go down like I want it to. So I'm going to take a little bit off. Always test before you commit to the glue. So let's try that one. And that one needs just a little bit. Onto there, beautiful. Okay, so there is our beautiful tree finished. And if I bring, that's the other one I've taken the light out of. But so we've got a couple of Christmas trees there. And remember that from a normal tea plate, you get 4 trees. There's our little snowman, snow girl with her earmuffs on. There's a couple of penguins, one with googly eyes and one with black eyes. You've got a flower, so it can be for any time of the year. And this one, we've got a little rosette, which we've done on previous videos. Okay, so have fun playing, and it's a good one to get the children involved, making the pom-poms, plaiting the earmuffs, and decorating the trees. Okay, have fun. Enjoy. God bless.